What's good, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound himself, and I'm back in the house. And you know, when I'm in the house, it's definitely going down. And it went down this past weekend, August 9th, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Danny Garcia versus Salka. The whole undercard, the whole card itself was it was pretty stacked as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, mismatches. But, you know, Danny Garcia had his own mismatch in the headliner, but you know, I'll say this right off the bat about, you know, cards like this, fights like this, when there's, you know, an obvious disadvantage, you know, when things like this happen, I look at the good fighter, right? And I just say, yo, you gotta look good. You gotta look spectacular. You gotta get a knockout. You gotta do what you gotta do in those situations where the fights are just really mismatched. Don't go in there giving a gift and then struggle through it. You know what I'm saying? Because that doesn't look good on you as a fighter. Makes your promoters look bad in management, and it's just all bad. So when I do see situations like this, I don't always look at it as just a bad. I look at it as a positive also. It's a positive for the fighter to shine. That's supposed to shine. And we saw what happened, you know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia ups his record to 29 wins, no losses. 17 of those wins coming by way of knockout, by a brutal second round knockout. This knockout to me was pretty nice. It was pretty lovely. You know, Salka came in and he was motivated. He just didn't have the skills or the size to deal with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia came out, showed a lot of good things, but mainly, you know, what he showed was his strength. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia to me is not a super polished fighter, but I like him. He's a really good fighter. I think he's a really strong fighter, and I think he has a really good chin, actually. He's not the best boxer. He's not the fastest. But, you know, I'll give him the name Swift because he is swift in what he does. You know what I mean? He has good punching power. You know, he's not the best puncher, but he has good, strong punches that can hurt anybody and knock anyone out. You know, we saw what he did to Amir Khan when he brutalized him. Salka, he just couldn't see the right hand left hook coming, I guess. He got hit with it 5 times. If you guys go back and watch it, I actually knocked a guy out like that in sparring with the same exact punch combo. It's actually it's one of my favorites to throw. Actually, it's a jab to the face, right hand to the midsection or the solars, and then come back with a quick left hook up top. And you can decide to throw that left hook either by turning it inward or turning it on the side where you hit the full cheek. That's your decision. But Danny Garcia was it just looked like he was doing what he did at practice, because he was just doing it like right hand, left hook, backed up, right hand, left hook, backed up, right hand, left hook, back up, and then he knocked him out with it. So credit to Danny Garcia for knowing what to do and knowing how to throw the shot. He knew the knockout was there. You could just see it because he kept throwing the same thing. You know, usually in sparring when you do that, if you're landing a shot, you keep throwing it. So he saw the opening. He knew it was coming. You go back and watch the replay, you could just see him setting it up like, oh, this is going to be nasty. And it was. The knockout was pretty brutal. But Salka was game. He came to fight. He just didn't have the tools to do what he wanted to do. Unfortunately, his record, drops to 19-3. But, you know, Salka can pick up, man, and try to, 19-4, I'm sorry. But he could pick up and try to, you know, try to do something better with his career. The only problem with Salka is, though, he only has 3 knockouts out of, 19 fights or how many fights he got? 23 fights. So, not much punching power. You know, when you get to the upper echelon of the sport, you need punching power. As far as Salka's career is concerned, I think this is probably going to be his biggest fight, biggest payday, but he got paid to do what he went in there and did, which was take a beating. So, Salka, well deserved and well earned your money, man. You know, all props, all credit. But to Danny Garcia, he did what like he said in the interview. I thought Danny Garcia's interview was really good. He kept it real. He kept it just plain and simple and straight to the point. Yo, I don't make my fights all the time. Sometimes I get fights that I'm supposed to win. Sometimes I'm not. You know what I would have said in that interview? I would have been like, yo, hey, if you want to question me about this, go talk to Mayweather. I would have said something like that. You know, I would have had the crowd buzzing a little more, but, you know, I would have put someone on blast like that. Like, yo, go ask Mayweather these same questions or whatever. But he said a really good response. I mean, hey, this is what was put in front of me, and I did what I had to do. I put him out. I put him to sleep in 2 rounds. What more can you ask for? And I, like I said, when there's mismatches, I do complain about the mismatch. But when a performance is like that, you can't complain because that's what it was meant to do. So, you know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia annihilates, obliterates, demolishes Rod Salka, and that last left hook was beautiful because he just went to sleep. I'm glad he's okay, but damn. That left hook was beautiful. Anyways, this is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound. You guys go ahead and get at me. I appreciate the emails, by the way. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.